Yeah, YouTube finally got its act together. Are we finally done? Yeah, we are. Stupid little connection issue. But we're done. And live and everything works. Let me check Twitch and Kick here. Up. We gotta get live there too. Alright, we are live everywhere. That took 5 minutes of our time. 5 minutes that we don't have. If they are a touch closer to each other, then we'll have enough so these are the two, or so it's 8 and 7, 8 and 11, 8 and 10. So gotta bring A here, maybe even a little more. Actually, this is good enough. Then let's expand this. Let me get a feel for the overall view. Yeah, I think. Let's bring the whole kitchen closer and remove this. This thing should be here because it just has to be horizontal. This thing has to be horizontal, even if it makes no sense, right? Reminds me of old houses, old Persian houses. Bum, bum, bum. I'm so jealous to you talented guys that can draw, generate, create 2D and 3D stuff. I'm so jealous of people that can draw. It's such an impossibility to me that it doesn't even register as real when I look at people doing it. Man, what if it's cornered? To a certain degree, I don't want it to be cornered, and then I also do want it to be cornered. Let me see. All right. I promised myself to only drink 1 cup of coffee today, but I don't know how strict I can be regarding that promise that I made to myself. So then, the only way that I can satisfy myself is to just expand this bloody thing to cover the whole thing, the whole kitchen. Like, I don't even know why I'm putting myself through such pain. And doing that enables us to shrink this guys down here, delete these, and delete all of these fences, right? No need for that. And we can just simply, maybe we do need 2 of them, right? So that we can expand this one. And therefore we are not going to need any of these floorings here, right? Let me just remove this kitchen from the viewpoint. Do this, and we've got our pretty little kitchen. Let's duplicate the ground, maybe not. Let's select all of these tilings, right? And bring it over here. Like so. And again, select all of them one more time and push it to right. Duplicate this, put it here, select them one more time, and again duplicate, making sure we are not. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Okay. And now we've got a wide kitchen. Beautiful wide kitchen. And maybe a tiny bit of expansion here. A little bit more expansion there. Yeah. Does this come with a good gate or door? I don't think so. So let's just leave it there. Where are all the counters, by the way? I'm sure there was a corner counter here. Sink is good too. Let's have the sink. Link the sink. See, the developer here was a tiny bit lazy like me and didn't care too much about the precise scaling of each mesh. And so, are we sure though? Yeah, the developer was not that lazy. It was me making a mistake. And let's do this too. Let's have another counter here. The fact that we have sauces here is just so dumb. But I like dumb. I like dumb. And let's select all of this wood here. Push it forward. Just a touch. Scale it down. Grab the ground floor. We are going to end up doing this, by the way, with the ground floor. Duplicate. Move it over there. Scale it down. Beautiful. And now we are going to... Yep. Maybe just a touch. No, it's C, right? Fixed. Just don't tell anyone. Just don't tell anyone that you're cheating here. And it'll all work itself out. It'll all work itself out. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got our ugly little restaurant. Right? Don't you think we can have two of them like this? Or is it just too much? I like it. Oh, maybe I don't though. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the extraction point? Actually, now that I said that, I do want to play some 2090s music. That's what they did in 2000, right? Supposedly. It is something else, dude. But I gotta lower it if I want to speak over it, right? Hopefully it's not that loud. Let me double check though. Let me double check the audio. Let me double check the audio. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me reset, meaning refresh. And let me double check the audio. Oh, now it's perfect, I think. Yeah, I think I've gotten it exactly right. I think. And I could be wrong. All right. So let's check this out, right? It is too crowded. I'm not gonna lie. It is too crowded, but at the same time, I kind of don't care because this is the last business, and what I do care about mostly is just not running out of content. With all of the precautions that we took last night. We got a strike on YouTube, so that's a bummer. For some reason, I would just want to say, you know, take all the profit, give it to the Michael Jackson state, but let me play my favorite songs. But that's not how the world works, right? Ah. It's so soulless, you know? Flat ground, table on top. But I kind of like it. It does the job. It 100% does the job. It's kind of even prettier than that one, gotta say. Or maybe it's just this is new to me. I've been looking at that restaurant for the past 25 days. So now, we have to prefabize it, right? So let's do that. Music. Back to Michael Jackson ambient. Who else in the world listens to Michael Jackson ambient songs? Am I the only crazy person? I don't do dirty dancing. Yeah, Michael, you do. Sorry to break it to you, but you do dirty dancing. I think I'm gonna need water. All right. Why are you so ugly from the distance? You looked pretty last night. Again, I'm so jealous of you guys. A lot of you can draw. A lot of you guys can draw, can generate, and have your 3D or 2D ideas presented in the actual form, either by drawing or doing it in Photoshop or Blender 3D Max. I'm so jealous of you guys. I'm so talentless. And I don't know. Just look at some of you guys that do drawing, and you're artists, and I'm like, why aren't you multi-billionaires? You know, you've got something very, very rare. I used to work with a phenomenal artist called Maysam. We worked together from 2018 till 2023, and he was just remarkable. Like, I would say, hey, can you draw this on the paper? And he was like, all right. And then he would draw this monstrous characters and stuff like that, and I was like, how do you do this? Because when I want to draw, I'm like a chimpanzee with a wrench trying to fix a military helicopter, you know? But gee, they just do it second nature. And I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of you guys that can draw. To a certain degree, I'm less jealous to musicians because I kind of get it, you know? I know that if I put my mind into it, I do have some experience. not as a technical, you know, like a producer or anything, but as a director, I've made some music, and I get it, you know, sorta I get it. I know what moves people, but boy, drawing, it's magic. Every time I see someone draw something, I'm like, why aren't you a multi-billionaire, you know? This is so unique. It's magic. When I see someone draw something, it's like, this is magic. No, it is probably not the fact that that's such a great magic, but rather that I'm incredibly talentless. But still, you know. So we have this. And the fact that a lot of you guys do it so nonchalant, you know, it's like, yeah, like you look at their booklet and it's filled with drawings of characters and monsters and stuff like that, and it's like, how? And you just have this, like, have this talent, and you live with it, and like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like having a Ferrari in your garage and not taking it out, you know? So, area. I did bring an area here. Area parent. Let me bring it one more time. Area parent. I can't get over my jealousy toward artists. It's a good kind of jealousy, and at the same time, it's sort of a disappointing kind of jealousy. It's like, you know why it's disappointing? Because when you see a great programmer or a great mechanic, it's like, I know deeply that, all right, if I spend 6 months, a year, 2 years, I can do a good job or even better at this particular thing. But when I look at an artist, and I remember being 11 years old, and some guy in the classroom was able to just draw something magnificent, and I'd be like, you are 12, like, you don't have enough time to practice. This must have come to you second nature, you know? And if that's the case, and if you have it and I don't, then it's kind of ridiculous. Simply because it means that if I want to get to the same place, I gotta work 10 years on my abilities, and you just do it. But hey, that's life. Life isn't fair, and I do have some self-deprecating jokes here, but I'm not gonna say. Static design. Get out of here. Get out of here. Area placeholder. Get out of here. Unlock stuff. Get out of here. And therefore, you can get out of here too. What else? All those tables here, unlock tables. I need to find the prefabs. And you know, I mean, everyone has got some gift, right? I have the gift of being able to delay gratification and sacrifice, and that is something that comes second nature to me, that I've seen a lot of people struggle with. Like, I can sacrifice a lot to achieve a goal. By a lot, I mean in epic proportions, right? I'm willing to lose out on a lot It's like when Mike Tyson talked about Muhammad Ali, saying, listen, I'm good at this, but Ali was willing to die in the ring, right? He was willing to die. And there is precedent for that, the Sonny Liston fight. It's like he couldn't see, but he didn't give up. Or the George Foreman fight. It was like, use me as a punching bag. Do everything you can, right? I'm willing to die here. Or the Ken Norton fight, which the jaw was broken in round 2 or 3, and it was like, I'm doing it. Kill me. I'm doing it. Ali was willing to die. And for all the lack of talent that I have, I'm willing to die for this. But still, I could have used a tiny bit of talent. I mean, none? Boom. Boom. Beautiful. We've got ourselves a... No, not yet. And where is the floor? Ah, this is the area apparent, by the way, that we're looking. Oh, no. Huh? So, where are the fences? Ah, I see. Area static design. And done. Now all these flower pots, they'll go to unlock stuff. And same goes with this guy. Same goes with this guy. Ba-ba-da-bum. This goes to our area unlock stuff too. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves the second restaurant. Now let's save the prefab. Where did it go? Where did it go? Up. There it is. Restaurant. Ah! Restaurant. Sekunde. Restaurant, second, just simply place it here, change the name to something more appropriate. Admiration. Admiration is something very, very peculiar. It's a phenomenon that requires more focus than we give it. Admiration. Why do we admire some people and why we don't admire others? And I'm not saying that in a cliche way, I'm saying that in a why do I admire some people? Because it comes to you at a very young age, and it speaks to you. It speaks to you on the person that you are, that the type of person that you admire tells a lot about your psychology and about the nature nurture debate. It really talks about your nature. you know, what you are given at birth. For whatever reason, I admired Steve Jobs at like when I was 7, and that's intuition, you know. That's your 3.5 billion years of evolution talking to you. That this is the type of person you want to be. This is the type of person you gravitate toward. This is perfection. This is the judge. Alright, now let's mess this place up. So first thing first, we need this cube. That goes to area placeholder. Get over here. Get over here, little doggy. Editor is not working properly. Hold on. Let me start registering some of my mouse clicks. And it doesn't mean that you always admire the right people. It has nothing to do with that. Right or wrong is a completely different discussion. But it just speaks to you in regards to the kind of person that you are. Because we admire different kind of people. And also speaks a lot about biology, because I've seen more men admire people than women. Maybe because, you know, women are and men become. It's as if women have more biological data in their DNA regarding the world, and men have to more or less create more of the world's model in their brain as they progress through the world. That's the whole women are more mature than men idea. It's like they are just born with more data of the world, which is a beautiful, beautiful duality, right? It's like the creature that creates the next generation is the one that is born with more built-in data, and therefore it's more confined, right? So that it can perform the duty of creating the next genes, if you will. And then there is this other one, dumber, with less data, more random thing that has to go out there, create a model of the world for itself, and a lot of the time that model is wrong and that person dies, right? It's a very interesting thing, that a very interesting duality that evolution came up with. It's like, we're gonna make this one more static, that one more dynamic in this specific regard. And it's beautiful. There are painful prices to be paid for both cases too. The more you lean into those built-in data that is in you, the more risk you're going to take, being blind toward the wisdom of the other side. render area placeholders. I wonder how different are the games that boys play versus the games that girls play as a kid, like first 4 years of their lives. I assume, if my assumptions are right, that if you take a look at all the games that boys play physically in the first 4 years of their life, there's probably more variation in that in comparison to games that girls play. Probably because there are more to explore as a boy, because there are less built-in data in you. That's the definition of it, right? If a hard drive is 50% full, well, you have the benefit of having 1 terabytes of data, let's say. But if your hard drive is 25% full, well, you only have 500 gigabytes of data, but there's 1.5 terabytes of exploration to make. And all of these things are just radical. All of these ideas that I'm exploring here have radical, unfounded biases and presuppositions in it. But it's worth thinking about. No matter what I do with this pot, it doesn't look good. Probably need one of these. They really scream incompletion. Yep, good enough. Now, we can almost leave it here. Let's finalize some tiny bits. One of the problems that modern internet culture has created is we don't allow each other to think loudly. You know, we always expect everyone else to only stream out their ideas, and we take everyone's idea. We take everybody's words as if they are their concrete idea, where the world is filled with unknowns, right? And a lot of the times we think by speaking, and we have to allow ourselves to be stupid. Maybe that's how I am. I allow myself to be stupid and say the wrong things, and that gets you in a lot of trouble sometimes. Like, so you believe in this? So you are a bad guy? It's like, I'm just thinking here. I might be wrong. I'm just thinking. If I'm wrong, just tell me. Why are you attacking me? We don't have to attack each other for thinking, you know? Let me check something here. We've published a new game a few days ago, and I'm checking out the all the data. So from 1200 divided by 800, is that about 40%? That's 50%, that's not bad. 50% improvement day over day. So if we assume this is 50,000, 1.5 is 75,000, right? And so therefore this 60 times 1.5 is 90, and that's euros, so that would be 104. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. It depends how the tail goes, right? Okay, alright. Let us set the strings here. And we have to fix the ordering too. Are we gonna go west to east? Starting from California and going out to New York? Probably. I kind of don't feel good about having one section crowded and then the other section's empty. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Maybe if I take this guy, bring it here. Take this guy and bring it here. There's more structure to it, more predictable. Predictability. We all love predictability, don't we? Yep. No, this doesn't make sense. This would though. Yeah, fine. Alright. So let's go with second restaurant table so that we don't have to connect the two. 0 and 1. 1, 2. I'm doing it the wrong way. Let's go 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I really have to stop taking that second cup of coffee. I woke up tomorrow, is how late I woke up today. And there's no way that I'm sacrificing my sleep. That's just a non-starter. I'll sleep as much as I want and I wake up and work as much as I want. And you can, I mean, dun 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 dun. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 businesses. Pat herself in the back because in what? How long have we been streaming for? 40 minutes here, 20 minutes there. In 1 hour, we created the second restaurant. To be frank, it could have been 40 minutes, but I'm not gonna kill myself over 20 minutes. Actually, I kind of do, but it's counterproductive at this hour. I'll kill myself for my underperformance like half an hour before going to sleep because I know there's nothing that I can do about it. It's not going to ruin the rest of the day. But let's see now. So it looks something like this, right? Empty and ugly. We have to sort of block the entrance because every one of these has an entrance sort of block looking thing. That's not a problem. Also, where is the lock? Where's the lock icon? Let me double check. I mean, probably somewhere wrong, right? Ah, alright. Hold on. We need to integrate the new restaurant into the reward system. Cash. Hold on. Let us create a new reward type. Call it Seconde de Restaurant. And apply that to this restaurant. Put it in the reward panel. And that's it. I mean, there's so many things that we have to do. We gotta fix the camera, etc., etc. But no problem. No problem. You've got me. It's something very inspiring about having teammates, especially as a leader, that you can really count on, right? It is very inspiring and empowering to the entire group, but especially to you as a leader, where Seconde de Restaurant, where you know, if I give this task to this person, they'll do a great job, you know. The best way to describe it was you remember that Super Bowl halftime show? I think it was 2022 or 2023. I think it was 2022, where it was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. And Eminem comes in 70% into the show, and he just does a killer job, right? And it's well, Dr. Dre is the leader of the pack there, right? And if you're the leader, if you are Dr. Dre, and you send one of your soldiers, Eminem, you know he's going to kill it. And it's so empowering as a leader to have those kind of powerful teammates. And some of my colleagues throughout the years have had those features where they've accepted a task that I've given to them and they just do a killer job. And then you can plan out your next steps. It's like, if you want to create this, we have 3 great guys that can do this and do this and do that. It is so empowering. But that's a tough process to select those guys, you know, as your teammates. Because it requires brutality, right? The word strong only means something if there's something such as weak, right? So you've got to break a lot of eggs to get there. Break a lot of legs. Okay, let me double check the lock icon point. See, it's in the wrong position. We want to be somewhere along these lines. Here and over here. That's where we display the lock icon. And what's next? Camera. Camera should be looking at this place in such an angle. Maybe a little further. Yeah. Because it's the last icon, you're not going to create any kind of confusion here. Let me fix some of the tiny imperfections in camera angle, and we've got this. Now, this, that works, that's going to work. And that's going to work. let me take a look at my note here. So we've got start from the top, second restaurant. Are we done? Oh, the counter, queues, cash generation point. Yep. So we didn't actually finish it in an hour. I need some water. Have you seen clips of snakes drinking water? It's adorable. I mean, I've got a bad relationship with snakes, right? I don't trust them. And that's coming from a person that is bitten by an animal once. And so I don't trust animals, especially the ones that can kill you. But there's a humanity in looking at a snake drinking water. It's like, I know you can kill me, but you're vulnerable here. Oh, service entity. We never assigned service entity either. Hold on. Okay. Goes under here. So under unlocked stuff, there is the service entity. Got it. Easy. Here, parent goes out to here. We're gonna say service entity, second restaurant, and not. Okay, so local chain manager. That's good. That's good. That's good stuff. But what we do need is we need the restaurant manager and restaurant manager, right? Let me take a look at this. Any share available, this and that, and this and that. I think what we have to do is, let's see how many references do we have to this. A lot. And we need to create a separate layer here of a general restaurant management and then first restaurant, second restaurant, without breaking any references. So let's commit our changes here. And let me see what are the best ways to do this. The best way to do this would be rename this as the first restaurant manager. Now, hold on. Restaurant manager, first restaurant manager, right? Yeah. And then we're gonna have a restaurant manager as a parent, which is service entity manager. Yeah. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Not bothered at all. If you guys were able to decide to live as someone else, and I'm not talking about a specific person, but rather the person with certain features, what kind of a person you would want to be for a certain period of time? First, I want to explore being a talented person that has innate talents, and second, maybe just for the test, as someone not ugly, just to see how it feels. And so we're just gonna create this one. First, so where is it? Yep, that's it. So we're gonna have a rest bond manager and a second restaurant manager there. This is the only restaurant-specific code that we need, right? Let me delete all this. And now they will inherit from it. Same goes with this guy, and this guy inherits from this, and this is okay. Acceptable orders, all of this available chairs. You can provide service, any chair available. All of these guys will move to here and will be protected and protected here. And the only thing would be the first naming problem here that we have. First restaurant manager, second restaurant manager. All we need to do is to create a singleton. Although I don't even know why we would need a singleton. I assume. What am I doing? I assume the counter doesn't work with singleton, but rather with the prefab structure. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, give me a about a minute so that I can go and bring more water. Coming back from the river, filled up the water bottle from the river. I don't like the fact that my game is not performing exactly as good as I want it to. Although I did expect it, but it's always disappointing. I mean, it's not doing terrible. If you would have told me 2 years ago that one of my games would perform like this, I would have been very happy, but okay. I sort of think like we should not even have the single tone for the restaurant. Everything should be structure based, because then adding the second restaurant just complicates everything. See, even this guy has it. I don't like this. Let me remove this and see what errors do we get. See if we can. If there's errors from itself. Only 5, and I'm definitely sure we can fix all of this. It's available chairs. All we need to do is to have a reference to the counter. So paid counter. Service entity counter, right? Paid at counter. Oh, damn it. Hold on. So all customers, paid counter. Let's just try this. Customer parents. Service entity counter. Oh, we already have the reference, so what are we doing? Let's share this with the inherited children, and see, we all use this reference. Paid at counter, and all we have to do as a customer, as a restaurant customer, is to say current counter as restaurant counter. It doesn't work in reverse, does it? As restaurant counter, say restaurant manager, service entity manager, which then again we gotta cast that, right? As a double cast, as restaurant manager. See if this makes any sense. This. Just for the sake of, let's go with the restaurant counter. Restaurant counter simply casts current as counter, and same goes with restaurant manager. Restaurant manager is restaurant counter as restaurant manager. Restaurant counter dot service entity manager as counter, and then all we have to do is just pass this guy here. Done. Some simple casting will solve that problem. That was one error though. This is, what is this? This is a no table indicator. Now that one is harder. We can create a second one. So let's do that. That makes more sense. No table indicator, first restaurant. But then how does this even solve any problem, right? It does. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to need the reference, but let me comment this so that we can see other errors first. After this is finished, the only complicated system that remains is automation, having workers and stuff and such. Without that, we don't have anything complicated here. Right? I mean, we gotta create the characters, we gotta do something with the obstacles too. I really need to think of something for the obstacles. Obstacles. We should not spend the morning energy on obstacles. All right. What is this? This is table. Table. Why are you using this? This is not allowed, friendo. This is not allowed, friendo. What you're going to do is we are going to restaurant manager. We did all of that structure work just to avoid this, right? Just do this. Just copy this. It's easier that way. It's easier that way. I need more coffee, but it's not allowed. What am I missing? Are we sure that I can't drink a tiny bit more? I swear, I'll only drink half of it. Huh? Would you allow me to order one more coffee, but only drink half of it? I swear, I'll only drink half of it. خدا منو بکشه if I don't. Gotta order this. And order. No one has bombed us yet. Not yet. This is a... We are on a Friday, right? Or a Saturday, rather. God. Publishing this last game taught me a lot. A lot. Won't make that mistake again. Gotta do it my own way. Alright. Two more errors fixed. And we are finally free of errors. Oh, that's good. Now, that order indicator thing. Let's fix that. No table indicator. So we gotta create a general no table indicator and then create a second one. Come on. Call it simply no table indicator. Yes. Oh, well. Just created another one. So. Have a reference to a basic save protected virtual restaurant manager. Call it restaurant manager, and then like it's in here. And here we're gonna say override restaurant manager. Actually, what is this? Inherit from this guy. Let's say override restaurant manager, and we're gonna immediately go get first restaurant manager instance. We don't have the singleton here. Done and done. Instance. And now we have the restaurant manager. Just pass this here and here. Same goes with the second one. This is the second restaurant manager. Now all we have to do is to fix the scene structure. So this is we gotta say no table indicator. We gotta stick with our convection. So and this is. Let's hold on. Let's not delete this, and rather let's delete this. Activity indicator parent, and then this will have first restaurant activity indicator. Have the same exact structure saved. Then again, bring one of these. Call it second restaurant. Delete. Then have to delete this. Just gonna name it second restaurant table indicator. Follow the same structure. Save it as a prefab. Name it properly. Make it a single indicator filler here. Bring this 3 under it, or rather inside it. And now it should work properly. Now the restaurant that we created, this guy, doesn't have the restaurant manager nor the service entity, which should be here. Exactly. So service entity parent, service entity restaurant. This is the first restaurant, right? So parent comes here. I've already done that. Service entity. Okay, but we haven't just haven't saved it. And second restaurant manager. Acceptable order, justice, steak. Let me save that. Lock this in. Not that, but rather gameplay data. Put it here, and what's next? Hold on. Where were we? Gotta bring all of these guys under here, or we'll have an error, right? Yeah. What we have to do is we need to save this second restaurant here. Enter it. Service entity, select all of this, bring it down here, put it up here. We've got everything set up properly. Just to double check here and duplicate that. I mean, overwrite that. Overwrite that. Save and commit. What else? Supposed to work now, but let me make sure if there's the counter. Counter should be under here, under service entity. But double check now. Service entity counter is under, right? It is already? How is that possible? No, so we have 2 counters. Beautiful. Oh, there's the counter and then there's the counter. Got it. So yeah, these guys need to go over there. Just save it here, enter it, and remove the extra counter. Now it works properly, I hope, but we're going to commit. And next, let me create more queue points, just for safety. Just for safety, we are going to create more queue points. Now I created a lot, but get the point. You get the point. Let's delete the save files. Let's head to the level manager, meta level manager. Add one more level data, and this time add the second restaurant. Get back to the level manager, add that to the list, and disable this camera. One more time, commit, and play. Let's see if it works properly. We have to attack the automation problem and just get it done. Automation should be done today. This indicator had to be disabled by default. Hidden by default. Let's see why didn't. Probably something to do with this script. We initialize it in restaurant counter. You only initialize the first one. Should be done in reverse. Okay. I'm gonna stop the stream here. Take a